Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel McIntosh. This is my assignment on scope of practice, legal considerations, and insurance. So, with my topic I chose was what are common liability issues for personal trainers. So, I'm gonna give you guys a quick brain tester. Have you ever, have you ever thought of a possibly legal consequences and hazard that personal trainers may encounter that in this course of work? So I'll give you guys a second to think about that. Um, so this is the discipline of fitness training is it is not exempt from illegal complications ranging from small accidents to severe injuries. So today we'll be going over the fact that we learn about liability concerns faced by personal trainers and and how we are able to overcome them to protect our clients, but our safety and well-being of others. So this was my topic. What are common liability issues for trainers? So to engage you guys and get you guys involved, I'll let you guys think about it and able to answer these questions on your own. So for you guys, imagine you're in a middle of an intensity training session with a client. They're pushing themselves to the limit and suddenly they lose their balance and fall injuring themselves. So, as a personal trainer, you're responsible for their safety during workouts, but do you know what liability issues you might face in this situation? So, like, you guys to think about it and able to answer that question on your own. So, but for me, what I know about what I've been learning about liability issues is that, from my personal opinion, what I think is for up as us upcoming trainers that we could face a lot of liability issues with failure to warn, negligence and to inform consent. So we need to understand that addressing these liability issues is crucial for us as trainers to protect ourselves, but not only ourselves, but our clients. So by implementing safety protocols, obtaining appropriate insurance and insurance coverage so that we stay informed about illegal considerations so that we can minimize any risk of liability and safe training for our environment for our clients. So that is my opinion when I think about that, just being cautious of what we do and how we say things and just looking for any doctors note of anything of any injuries, prevent all that unnecessary stuff as a client and as a trainer. So these graphs that I came up from the internet, it's also graphed. I mean, it's also cited. Also in my additional resources, some of them come from the same website, so it's cited. So for the government, the first graph I have there is from the personal training data status and the insurance copyright. So it's from the government. So 3% of the government and 30% of the public sector is 30%. Education is 30% of people understanding the importance of this insurance and the personal damage tactics. And the private sector is 50%. So they mostly know about all the stuff what needs to be on the liability of everything. On the other hand, we have the injury that costs that we should be able to be always be aware of and take it very closely at. So the head and neck injuries are 626 in all the world, and I believe. And so the lower extremity injuries are 2,508. So that's almost half of that graph we have there. And so we need to work on the lower backs. So our upper extremity injuries are at 1,117. So it's like half of that graph. It's not too bad. But the next one would be the lumbar spine injuries is 724. So these are all the injuries what goes around, I think, the world or I think somewhere in Canada. But yeah. So so for these liability questions I'll be teaching today, is informed consent, proper assessment and screening, safety exercise and programming, and supervision and monitoring and emergency preparedness. So teaching these library personal trainers are crucial except for professional practice that every exercise professional should understand. So I'll be breaking down all these elements and all these exercises so you guys should remember and take heed that we should be practicing these outside and inside wherever we train with our clients. So let's get started. So I'll be starting with the first one. So informed consent. So before beginning any sort of exercise with our client, it is essential to obtain informed consent from clients. So with that being said, this should include anything explaining the risks associated with physical activity and obtaining their agreement to participate vulnerably. So the second point would be proper assessment and screening. So with that, we should make sure our exercises are professionally conducted through these assessments and screenings to identify any any mechanical medical conditions, injuries, or any factor that should not or may not be our client's ability exercise exercise safely. So this will able to help us and others to make sure we put together a proper program to our clients to help their needs and reduce the risk of any injury. So the fourth point, sorry, no, the third point would be safe exercises and programming. So as us personal trainers and upcoming personal trainers to be certified, we must design proper programs that are appropriate for the clients, fitness levels, goals, and medical history. So this includes by selecting good exercises with proper form and technique and gradually progress intensity throughout the workout. So, and modifying any needs to accommodate any limitations or injuries. So we need to cut all those out. Let's make sure we're properly looking at their proper safety protocols, sorry. And the fourth one would be supervision and monitoring. So with this exercise, us as trainers, we should closely supervise our clients during their workouts to ensure they perform in proper technique and correctly, safely to any signs of fatigue levels and signs of distress can help to prevent any accidents. So the fifth one would be, and least not the fifth one would be emergency preparedness. So personal trainers, as us, we should able to have the basic training of first aid and CPR certified. So we should be having emergency protocol in place, such as an emergency medical services as an AED is essential for us science safety. So we should make sure we're always up to level with their qualifications of being safe and any emergency that we should be doing. So these are what I'll be teaching about today and helping us get an understanding. So I hope you guys learn and keep that in mind to be able to keep these 5 points I have about liability issues for personal trainers and and about our clients. So these were the additional resources I was talking about. For this one is American Counseling Exercises. So this provides resources and course on liability for personal trainers, including any legal considerations and risk of management strategies and insurance options. So this is a good way to learn and understand any point of legal statements and risk and strategy about insurance policies. And the second point is the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So this helps you learn about publications of webinars, workshop covering all the liabilities in issues in personal training, and they focus on reducing the risk and protecting clients and trainers' needs. So there's also track back to the first point. So all ties in and you learn to just talk about different aspect and how you can do things differently so you can able to become a better trainer and help your clients be better with who they are. And the last point is it just helps you with neglect from getting lost. So with this point, so it says many personal trainers own their business themselves but it's also employed not directly by a health club or gym, but they are rather their own contractors. So they're self-employed. But when personal trainer is diligent, this is typically personal trainers or a health club where training looks like they may be in the wrong or liable. So most personal injury lawsuits against personal trainer are based on a theory of negligence, and each state has their own concern of negligence. So if you guys have any time, you guys can email me, reach out, and maybe send you guys these websites, take a look, so you guys can learn more about liability issues for personal trainers. It's a good way to learn so you save yourself from any accidents, any risk, any damage, or any insurance coverage that you don't have to deal with at this time. So everything goes smooth sailing. So this closing out this presentation, I hope you guys learned a lot and was paying attention. So, because I'll have some self-assessment quiz for you guys so you guys can, on your own time, understand or pick your brain at so you guys can look through it as well. So now that I have went through those 5 points of elements that I want you guys to take in consideration and learn about. So the first one is that informed consent is crucial for client's participation. So we go over that to make sure you guys are doing proper informant, asking the client if they went to doctors, if they have any health risk, anything such as that. And the second one is proper assessment and screening help identify potential risk. So we gotta make sure our clients' medical conditions, injuries, and factors are up to date. So to make sure we can able to exercise safely and prevent them from any risk. So our safe and extra fourth point is a safe exercise program and supervision minimize the risk of injury. So that is to ensure we're performing exercising correctly, safely, and monitoring if there's any fatigue, any signs of distress that can help our client as well. And the fourth but not least is emergency preparedness is essential for remote response in case of any emergency. So let's make sure our qualifications are up, say who you are, let them know you're here to help. If you see if anyone, if they're in need of, even if the other client is not there, not paying attention, for instance, you're in a gym and you're seeing stuff happen, like you're able to help them out so they can able to perform a proper workout, even if you're not their trainer, right? So that would be a good way to do that as well for any emergency or anything not going their way. And so before we all like get this go, I just have three little questions for you guys so you guys can able to think or like answer to you guys yourself, or you guys can send me an email as well too. So the first question would be, what is the importance of informed consent in personal training? And the second question is, how can an exercise professional reduce risk as liability risk during their workouts? The third one is, why is the emergency plan essential for personal trainers? So hopefully you guys can reflect on these questions to reinforce your understanding of what we went through today and able to help you get a better understanding of personal training. So in all conclusion with this, in order to protect ourselves and our clients' safety and shield themselves from any legal actions. So we make sure as us personal trainer, we are aware and take any steps of reduce any frequent liability risk. So trainers can be reduced their responsibility by being aware of any hazards involved in personal training, keeping up with industry standards, getting liability insurance, make sure we're maintaining necessary qualifications, just like as a CPR, first aid, and such more. And in addition, we're preventing injuries and minimizing responsibilities requires of a good client communication, make sure we're comprehensive evaluation process. We have appropriate supervision during our exercise or anything they're in need of, and make sure we're adherence to any professional ethics. And by that, so like in the end, when navigating the complexity of liability issues in this fitness sector, as us personal trainers, we must put our clients' needs and safety, professional conduct first before anything, so we can save ourselves and anything in danger of anything. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned a lot. Thank you.